Imagine saving £1,400 on groceries last year, not by clipping coupons, bulk buying, or enduring a restrictive diet. One woman in Bristol did it, simply by mastering the self-checkout. No, not by stealing or swapping barcodes, but by understanding the very rules supermarkets created for themselves, rules they hope you never discover. In this video, we'll reveal 25 such loopholes. For instance, number 17 is so potent that Tesco reportedly altered their till software because of it. Number 9 is a tactic supermarket staff employ daily but would never disclose to a customer, and number 3 has even been legally confirmed by trading standards, yet it makes everyone who uses it feel as if they're about to be arrested. These 25 ingenious strategies exist because self-checkout was designed to save supermarkets money. They just never anticipated you'd turn it into a tool to save yours. Let's count them down. Starting with number 25, the loose produce swap. Every British supermarket offers fruits and vegetables in two formats, pre-packaged and loose. Consider a bag of 6 Royal Gala apples at Tesco, priced at approximately £2.40. However, 6 loose Royal Galas from the very same display, scanned individually at self-checkout, will cost you about £1.60. That's a 30% saving on identical produce. This price difference extends to onions, peppers, carrots, mushrooms, and potatoes. Supermarkets charge a premium for the plastic packaging and the convenience of not having to weigh items yourself. But at self-checkout, you do the weighing in mere seconds. The machine won't judge you, it doesn't care that you just saved 80 pence on mushrooms. Incorporating just 5 or 6 loose swaps into your weekly shop can easily trim £3 to £4 off your bill, without altering a single item you eat. These products are identical, grown on the same farms, delivered on the same lorries, and stacked by the same staff at 6 a.m. The only difference is the price. Pre-packaged items exist because supermarkets know most people won't bother with the extra step of weighing. They're banking on your laziness. Self-checkout transforms that bother into a quick 10-second task, and those 10 seconds are consistently worth 80 pence. Coming in at number 24 is the forgotten price match. Sainsbury's, Tesco, and Asda all operate price matching schemes, but here's what many shoppers overlook: these price matches apply at the point of sale, even at self-checkout. For instance, Sainsbury's Aldi price match ensures that hundreds of everyday essentials, milk, bread, pasta, rice, tinned tomatoes, are locked to Aldi's lower prices. You don't need to make a claim, the discount is already reflected in the shelf price. However, most shoppers simply walk past the small, orange Aldi price match labels without understanding their significance. Strategically building your weekly shop around these labels alone can slash 15% to 20% off your total bill. The key is to look down, these crucial labels are on the shelf edge, not directly on the product itself. Number 23, scanning the multi-pack, buying the single. A 4-pack of Anrex toilet rolls might cost £3.50, while a single roll is £1, meaning 4 singles would be £4. Instinctively, you know the multi-pack is usually cheaper. But here's the crucial detail most people miss: sometimes, the single item is on a special promotion while the multi-pack is not. Imagine a single tin of Heinz baked beans on offer for 55 pence. 4 of those would cost £2.20, significantly beating a 4-pack priced at £3.20. Self-checkout allows you to scan 4 individual tins without drawing any attention. There's no queue pressure or cashier rushing you, giving you ample time to compare every unit price on the shelf label before you scan a single item. At number 22, we have the unit price rule. By law, every shelf label in every British supermarket must display the unit price, whether it's cost per kilogram, per litre, or per 100 grams. Supermarkets are well aware that most shoppers focus on the large, total price, and they rely on this habit. For example, a 400-gram box of branded cereal at £3 might appear cheaper than a 1-kilogram bag of own-brand cereal at £3.50, but the unit price reveals the real story. the branded box costs £7.50 per kilogram, while the own brand bag is only £3.50 per kilogram, less than half the price. At self-checkout, you're not rushed. You have the freedom to compare unit prices on the shelf, select the genuinely cheapest option, and scan at your own pace. While cashier lanes create pressure to keep moving, self-checkout eliminates it. Those extra 5 seconds of reading can save you 50 pence per item, which on a basket of 20 items, amounts to a significant £10. Number 21 brings us to the yellow sticker ambush. Reduced items receive their yellow stickers at surprisingly predictable times. Most large Tesco stores typically apply their first markdowns around midday, with a second, deeper price cut hitting between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Sainsbury's often begins reductions at 5 p.m., while Morrison's varies, though late afternoon is common. Asda tends to start around 7 p.m. Self-checkout handles these yellow stickers seamlessly. You simply scan the barcode on the sticker, not the original product barcode. But here's the real game changer. Many stores implement a final reduction roughly 30 minutes before closing, slashing prices on meat, bread, and ready meals to as little as 10 or 20 pence. A woman in Leeds, for example, structured her entire weekly meal plan around these final reduction finds, averaging just £11 for a full week of family dinners. Her freezer was stocked with chicken breasts, minced meat, and salmon fillets bought for literal pennies on the pound. The secret lies in having a plan, yet remaining flexible. You enter the store knowing you need protein for 5 nights, but allow the yellow stickers to dictate whether it will be chicken or pork. That adaptability is where the substantial savings truly reside. Next, at number 20, we delve into the supermarket own brand tier system. Every major supermarket operates with 3 distinct tiers: value, standard, and premium. Tesco, for example, offers Stockwell, Tesco, and Tesco Finest. Sainsbury's has Stamford Street, Sainsbury's, and Taste the Difference. Crucially, the value tier is not inferior food. Often, it comes from the same factories, uses similar recipes, but features plainer packaging. Stockwell baked beans, for instance, are produced in the identical facility as the standard Tesco brand. The only real difference is the label and about 30 pence on a full shop. By switching even half your basket from mid-tier to value products, you can save between £8 and £12 per week. Self-checkout makes this transition effortless. No one sees your basket, no one judges the plain white packaging. You scan, you pay, and you leave, with the savings entirely your own business. A family in Sheffield, who switched their entire weekly shop to value tier products and tracked their spending for 3 months, reported saving £41 a month without any noticeable drop in quality. Their children couldn't even distinguish between Stockwell fish fingers and bird's eye. And frankly, neither could anyone else. Moving on to number 19, scan as you shop, then switch. Services like Tesco Clubcard Scan as you shop and Sainsbury's Smart Shop allow you to scan items with your phone as you navigate the store. But here's the game-changing feature most people don't realize: you can see your running total in real time. If your basket starts creeping past your budget, you can simply put items back before you even reach the till. No awkward queue removals, no cashier waiting impatiently while you decide. This system also enables you to spot pricing errors on the go. If a shelf label indicates £1.50, but the app scans it at £1.80, you catch the discrepancy in aisle 4, not at the checkout. Some users report saving between 5% and 10% purely through this real-time budget visibility. Watching the total climb as you shop fundamentally alters your purchasing behavior, transforming impulse buys into conscious decisions. At number 18, we uncover the Clubcard price trap in reverse. Tesco Clubcard prices are indeed marketed as savings, and they can be. However, they are often anchored against inflated non-Clubcard prices. Take a block of Cathedral City cheese, for example. It might be displayed at £6 without a Clubcard, but £3.50 with one. This appears to be a great bargain. Yet, a block of Tesco's own brand mature cheddar, which performs nearly identically in blind taste tests, costs just £2. 10 without any card at all. The club card price creates the illusion of a win, even when you're still paying more than necessary. Self-checkout automatically applies the club card discount when you scan your card. But the true loophole lies in discerning when a club card price is a genuine deal versus pure marketing theater. Always check the unit price. If the own brand equivalent remains cheaper per kilogram even after the club card discount, then that discount is merely a costume, not a true saving. Now for a truly interesting one, number 17, the Morrison's weighing loophole. Morrison's Market Street counters sell loose deli meats, cheeses, and olives by weight. Interestingly, the per kilogram prices at these counters are almost always higher than their prepackaged shelf equivalents. However, during quieter hours, the counter staff are often willing to slice items to your exact desired weight. Instead of buying a 200-gram packet of ham, you can ask for precisely 150 grams, ensuring you pay only for what you need, not what the packaging dictates. At self-checkout, the deli label scans without a hitch. While a 50-gram saving on ham, perhaps 30 pence, might seem small, these trimmed portions across cheese, cooked meats, and olives can accumulate to £3 or £4 a month. Crucially, you also reduce food waste because you're buying exactly what you'll consume. Supermarkets generate enormous margins from food waste. By curbing overbuying, you stop subsidizing their profit line. According to WRAP, the average British household discards nearly 32 kilograms of food each month. A significant portion of this waste stems from pre-packaged portions that are simply too large for the meals you actually cook. Purchasing exact weights from the deli counter entirely eliminates this issue. Your fridge stays tidier, your bin remains emptier, and your bank balance benefits. Number 16 reveals the basket-only checkout hack. Most supermarkets divide their self-checkout areas into machines designated for baskets only and those accommodating trolleys. The basket-only section is almost invariably faster because it naturally filters out larger shops. But here's the clever trick: there's no rule preventing you from visiting the basket section twice. If you have a large shop, simply pay for your first basket, bag your items, perhaps return them to your car or trolley bay, and then come back for round 2. While it might sound tedious, it's surprisingly efficient. Each pass takes only 3 to 4 minutes, and you completely bypass the potentially 20-minute trolley queue. Regular users of this method report saving more time than those who endure a single, long waiting line. Next up, number 15, the substitution gold mine. When you order groceries online, supermarkets will substitute out-of-stock items with alternatives. What most people miss is that these substitutions are often more expensive products offered at the original, lower price. For instance, a £1.50 own brand olive oil might be swapped for a £3 branded one, and you still only pay £1.50. Some savvy shoppers deliberately order items they know are frequently out of stock, banking on receiving an upgrade. A mother in Nottingham, for example, shared on a consumer forum how she received a 200-gram pack of Waitrose Parma ham as a substitute for a 99p pack of own-brand sandwich ham, effectively paying 99p for a £4 product. Self-checkout links to this principle in reverse. If you spot an empty shelf with a price label still displayed, check the supermarket's app. If the item is listed as available for delivery but not on the shelf, the store likely still has stock. Inquire at the service desk, they will often locate it in the back or honor the price on a suitable substitute. Number 14 is all about timing the new shelf stock. Supermarkets strategically reduce items to clear them out before restocking. This means the hours immediately following a new delivery are a goldmine, offering both reduced items and freshly dated replacements. Tesco, for example, typically receives deliveries overnight and stocks shelves between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. During this window, you'll find yellow sticker bargains from the previous night right alongside brand new stock. This gives you the best of both worlds: fresh items with the longest possible dates, and reduced items at their absolute lowest prices. Early morning self-checkout is usually empty, with no queues and no rush. You can scan at your leisure, saving on both those fantastic reduced fines and the fully stocked promotions you might have overlooked amidst the afternoon rush. At number 13, we have coupon stacking at self-checkout. Crucially, self-checkout machines in every major supermarket accept paper coupons. After scanning your items and hitting Pay, you can feed the coupon into the note slot or scan its barcode. Most machines are designed to accept multiple coupons per transaction. This means manufacturer coupons from newspaper inserts, printable vouchers from brand websites, and in-store tear-off pads can all be stacked. Imagine using a 50p coupon for a specific product alongside a buy one, get one free offer for fabric softener in the same transaction. This is entirely legitimate. The machine simply processes each one sequentially. While cashiers sometimes refuse multiple coupons due to uncertainty about store policy, the machine has no such opinions. It reads the barcode and applies the discount. Consistent coupon stackers report saving between £3 and £8 per shop using this method. Now for number 12, something supermarkets truly don't want you focusing on, the quiet scan error. While the Consumer Rights Act 2015 doesn't legally obligate a store to sell you an item at the displayed shelf price, most supermarkets have an internal policy. If an item scans higher than its shelf label, they will honor the lower price or even remove the item from your bill entirely. Tesco, Sainsbury's, and Morrisons have all informally confirmed this. This policy exists purely to maintain customer goodwill. At self-checkout, if something scans higher than you anticipated, do not simply accept it. Call an assistant over. Show them the shelf label, perhaps with a photo on your phone, or walk them directly to the aisle. 9 times out of 10, they will override the price. In some cases, stores might even give you the item for free as a gesture of goodwill. This isn't a loophole, it's a fundamental consumer protection. However, fewer than 1 in 20 shoppers ever challenges a scanning error because of the perceived pressure from a waiting queue. Self-checkout entirely removes that audience, empowering you to assert your rights. Number 11 uncovers the forgotten loyalty points calculation. Tesco Clubcard points convert to vouchers at a rate of 1 penny per point. Spend £1, get 1 point, get 1 penny back. While this might sound insignificant, Clubcard vouchers triple in value when redeemed with reward partners. A £5 voucher, for example, transforms into £15 at places like Pizza Express, Cineworld, or RAC. The key is to never spend these vouchers directly in-store, always convert them to partner rewards. A family spending £300 a month at Tesco generates approximately £36 in standard vouchers annually. When converted to partner rewards, that figure becomes a substantial £108, enough for free cinema trips or family meals. Self-checkout machines consistently prompt you for your Clubcard. Never skip this step. These points quietly compound over months. Those who dismiss loyalty points as worthless are often the same people paying full price for family outings that could have cost absolutely nothing. Coming in at number 10, we have the wonky veg secret. Asda, Morrisons, and Lidl all offer wonky or imperfect fruits and vegetables at deeply discounted prices. A wonky veg box at Lidl, for instance, costs just £1.50 for a selection that would typically retail for £4 to £5. The produce is merely cosmetically imperfect, perhaps a bent carrot, a knobbly potato, or a smaller than average apple. Crucially, the taste and nutritional value are identical. At self-checkout, these wonky items scan at their reduced price with zero hassle. No one can see the shape of your carrots through the bag. These popular boxes sell out quickly, usually by mid-morning, so regulars know the delivery schedule and arrive early. One family in Manchester reported to a local paper that they saved over £600 a year by buying nothing but wonky veg for their weeknight cooking. That's £600 saved on carrots and potatoes that simply look a bit funny, yet provide the same nutrients and flavor in a stew or a roast. After all, nobody at the dinner table has ever sent back a shepherd's pie because the potatoes weren't photogenic enough. Number 9 reveals the staff reduction trick. This is a secret supermarket employees know, but customers rarely uncover. When reduced items fail to sell, many stores permit staff to purchase them at the final markdown price at the end of their shift. This means employees have insider knowledge of precisely when and where the deepest reductions occur, as they observe these patterns daily. You can learn these same patterns without working there. Simply befriend the person responsible for reductions. A polite question about when the next round of markdowns is scheduled will usually elicit an honest answer. They're not guarding state secrets, they're just doing their job, and most are happy to share if you ask nicely. Knowing the exact time those final reductions hit your local store can be worth more than any coupon book ever printed. At number 8, we have the self-checkout bagging area trick. The dreaded unexpected item in bagging area error drives many people to distraction, but it also presents a unique opportunity. When the machine flags an error and an assistant comes to help, they typically authorize the item and move on. However, some astute shoppers have learned that calling an assistant over also provides an opening to request a manual price check. If an item is scanning incorrectly, the assistant's override screen displays the actual price in the system. This allows you to verify the shelf price against the system price in real time. It's not a confrontation, it's a clarification. Assistants are almost always happy to correct genuine errors because they deal with pricing mistakes constantly. They understand the system isn't perfect and have likely seen the same item scan at 3 different prices in a single week. At self-checkout, they are not your opponent, they are your ally. Treat them courteously, and they will often go out of their way to ensure you pay the correct price. Number 7 focuses on buying by weight, not by unit. At every major supermarket, bananas are sold by weight, not by individual unit. A single large banana will cost more than a single small one, yet most people unthinkingly grab a whole bunch. At self-checkout, you weigh them yourself. By simply choosing smaller bananas, you pay less. This same principle applies to avocados, mangoes, and loose potatoes. The difference between a large baking potato and a medium one can be 10 to 15 pence. Multiply that by 5 potatoes for a family shepherd's pie, and you've saved up to 75 pence on just one ingredient. While not life-changing on a single item, this is the same principle supermarkets exploit in reverse. They strategically place the biggest, heaviest items at eye level because they know greater weight translates to higher revenue. You just need to remember to look one shelf down. Next, at number 6, we examine the app price versus shelf price. Tesco, Sainsbury's, and Asda all operate apps that occasionally display different prices compared to the physical shelf labels. This happens because promotions often launch at varying times across different platforms. An item might go on offer in the app at midnight, for example, but the physical shelf label might not be updated until the following morning. If you scan an item at self-checkout and it rings up at the higher shelf price, but your app clearly shows a promotion, call an assistant. Most will honor the app price because their system recognizes it as a valid, current promotion. The reverse can also occur, where shelf prices have dropped, but the app hasn't yet caught up. Always make it a habit to check both sources before you scan. Number 5 exposes the end-of-aisle con and how to dodge it. Those prominent end-of-aisle displays are rarely genuine bargains. Supermarket buyers charge brands a premium for that prime positioning. A multi-pack of Coca-Cola on an end cap, displayed at £1.75, might look like a fantastic deal because it's in the promotion zone. However, the supermarket's own brand cola on the regular shelf could cost just 45 pence for the same volume. End caps are advertising, not inherently savings. Self-checkout provides you with the crucial time to recognize this pattern, precisely because you're not being rushed through a cashier lane trying to keep pace. When you control the speed of your shopping, you'll begin to notice that the items screaming "deal" the loudest are almost never the cheapest option available in the aisle. At number 4, we reveal freezer aisle duplication. Consider this: fresh chicken breast at the meat counter might cost £5 per kilogram, while frozen chicken breast in the freezer aisle is just £3 per kilogram. Often, it's the same bird from the same farm. The fresh option has a mere 5 days shelf life and a high probability of ending up in the bin. The frozen alternative, however, lasts for months and can defrost in just a few hours. Across chicken, fish, vegetables, and fruit, the freezer aisle is consistently 30% to 40% cheaper than its fresh equivalent. Self-checkout handles frozen items exactly the same way as fresh. The barcode doesn't care about temperature. Families who prioritize buying their protein and vegetables from the frozen aisle first, then fresh, report savings of £15 to £20 per week without any compromise in meal quality. In fact, frozen peas are picked and blast frozen within hours of harvest, actually retaining more vitamins than fresh peas that have endured 4 days on a lorry and 2 days on a shelf. The word frozen has been unfairly associated with cheap, but it's not cheap, it's smart. And the self-checkout machine truly doesn't care which aisle your food came from. Moving to number 3, we have the receipt audit. Here's a stark truth: nobody checks their receipt, and supermarkets are banking on it. Which investigation revealed that 1 in 10 supermarket items scans at a different price than its shelf label, almost always higher. On a typical 50-item shop, that translates to 5 potential overcharges. Even if each error is just 20 pence, that's £1 per shop, adding up to £52 a year, simply thrown away because you crumpled the receipt into your pocket and walked to the car. Self-checkout prints a receipt every single time. Take it. Quickly scan your eyes down the list before you even leave the store. If anything looks incorrect, the customer service desk will refund the difference on the spot. Some stores, as a gesture of goodwill, will even refund the full item price. This takes a mere 60 seconds and is arguably the single most effective habit any shopper can adopt. At number 2, we discuss the meal deal audit. Tesco, Sainsbury's, and Boots all offer popular meal deals. However, the meal deal price only applies if you've selected one item from each eligible category. Accidentally picking a sandwich that isn't included means you'll pay full price for all 3 items, potentially costing you £6 to £7 instead of the advertised £3. 50. Self-checkout, crucially, displays a breakdown of your transaction before you pay. If the meal deal discount hasn't been applied, you'll see it on screen and have the opportunity to swap out the offending item before tapping your card. Cashier lanes often process the transaction before you can even react, but self-checkout provides you with a vital 3-second window to catch an £8 mistake. Savvy regulars quickly learn which items are included and which are not. One office worker in Birmingham reported saving over £200 a year simply by diligently checking the screen before hitting pay. Finally, number 1, the cumulative effect. No single trick on this list will magically transform your finances overnight. However, when stacked together, these strategies change everything. Loose produce might save you £3. Unit price awareness could save £5. Mastering yellow sticker timing saves £4. Opting for own brand tiers saves £8. Loyalty point conversion can save £9 a month. Switching to frozen items saves £15 a week. And simply checking your receipt could recover £1. Individually, each saving feels small. But collectively, a family spending £400 a month on groceries can realistically reduce that expenditure to between £160 and £200. This isn't a fantasy figure, it's the undeniable maths. Supermarkets developed self-checkout to eliminate cashier wages, saving themselves billions. They never anticipated customers would utilize these very machines to slow down, compare, check, and challenge every single price. Self-checkout was engineered to benefit the store. These 25 loopholes transform it into a powerful tool that benefits you. Here's the truth no one in the supermarket industry will publicly admit: the self-checkout machine treats every customer equally. It doesn't rush you, it doesn't upsell, and it doesn't judge your basket. It is, in essence, the only place in the store where power truly shifts from the retailer to the shopper. So, use it. This week, try just 3 of these loopholes. Check your receipt on Saturday and compare your spending to last week. Because once you start paying attention, you won't be able to stop. And your weekly shop will never look the same again.